Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I have 3 things that I made for my son before Christmas that I wanted to share with you all. Okay, I thought what I would do is I'll show you one item and then have the other one up on the mannequin because it's easier for me to show details if they're in front of the camera. So we'll talk about this jacket in a second, but this gives you a good look at it here in the background while I'm talking about the other jacket. So I made 2 jackets and 1 pair of pants for my son. I will of course link all fabric and patterns and stuff in the description box below. Well, I should have zipped this up. All right, so let's get started and I'll show you footage of him in these things. So the first thing that I made was, this is the Fleece Jacket by Wardrobe by Me. He loves this thing. So I did the hooded version. I used this gray Sherpa fleece, I think is what it's called. So the other side of the fabric is really like soft, like Sherpa-y. And then this is just fleece on the outside, also extremely soft. It came from Style Maker Fabrics. Last I checked, she still had this in 3 colorways, including this one. She had it in quite a few and then sold out pretty quickly. But I think she still has this one. I think there were 2 others, like a kind of a camel, like a light camel color and an olive, I think. But so good. So he loves this jacket. It's got these little invisible zipper pockets. Obviously we did a lime green on these just to give it a little bit of pop. He's worn this so much. In fact, it's a little smelly. It's got a 2-piece sleeve. I didn't make any adjustments on this. I made him the medium and I didn't make any adjustments, which is crazy and I love that. He has a very long torso though. So we have the really long zipper. I use shoestrings for the drawstring. I love doing that. They're already finished on the ends for you. But this coat also features an invisible pocket that also is there on the inside. I just used scraps of fabric that I had that's, you know, you can put a phone or whatever in there. I put his on the right side because he's left-handed, but the pattern does have you putting it on the left side for most, you know, right-handed people, but my son's a lefty. You've got like the pockets are all nice and top stitched down, if you can kind of see that. So nothing's flapping around on the inside, which he really appreciates. He has a ready-to-wear jacket that the pockets are kind of free on in there and it bothers him. So those are all nice and top stitched down, nothing to worry about. I mean, he's just been wearing this a ton. I highly recommend this pattern. I love the Wardrobe by Me patterns. I am very impressed with them. 2 of these patterns are the Wardrobe by Me, and yeah, I'm just very impressed. This is the 3rd Wardrobe by Me, these 2, and then I've made him their pajama pants before, and they just fit him really, really well. So if you're looking for a good men's patterns, I mean, they have women's patterns too, and I've made up one and really liked it, but they are great for men's patterns. So there it is. That is the Fleece Jacket by Wardrobe by Me. This is his favorite of everything that I made. He wears it a ton. All right, now I'll show you the next jacket. Also, a couple things about this jacket. This fleece was really hard to sew with. It was just really thick. So I did a lot of it on my sewing machine just with a regular straight stitch, even though this does have stretch to it, and then finished off things with my serger. My serger did not like going through a lot of this, especially with that Sherpa on the inside. A lot of people ask me questions about that. I mean, it's heavenly now that it's done, but had I not just had my serger serviced, I think it really, and so I had a fresh blade on there, I think it really would have fought me like big time. I do wish I'd used serger this thread that matched a little better. This is a lighter gray. I kind of wish I'd gone, but it doesn't bother him, so I'm not going to worry about it. Again, he's been wearing this a ton. Definitely worth it. All right, the second jacket is one that I was recreating to look like a jacket that he had seen someone at school wear. So this one is pattern Simplicity 9190. I grabbed this one off the like the rack, so it's got the rack number, but the actual number is 9190. I write it on there so I know. Simplicity 9190, and we did view B, which is this view right here, but we omitted the pocket flaps. We just didn't put those on there. I was gonna do the quilted jacket, but then with the lining and stuff, it didn't need it. So, view B, and I made the smallest size, which is a 34 for him, which fit his measurements. Now, this is a fleece, I can't zip it up at the moment, from Joann's, and it does have some stretch to it, but not a ton. It doesn't have great recovery. But he wanted this buffalo plaid, and the jacket doesn't need stretch, so it worked out just fine. He finds it a little tight, and tight in that he can't, like, you know, run up for a layup or something in it, like right off the bat. It's just not a stretchy coat. So this one, this is like a nicer coat maybe that he'll wear when he doesn't need to just be able to run and do a layup at a moment's notice. But I really enjoyed making this pattern. So it's fully lined. It does have knit. I used Ponte knit at the cuffs, at the collar, and then at the bottom here. It was a lot of fun trying to pattern match my buffalo check, but I think I did okay, even across the sleeves, as you can see there. Again, I omitted the flaps, but I did put in this lovely, well, the pattern calls for the double welt, and then it has you applying the flap, and I just omitted the flap. So we just have the double welt. I cut those on the bias, so I didn't have to worry about matching anything. I think those look really nice. Yeah, I love a good welt pocket. So those, I think, turned out really, really well. Now, I used a zipper from my stash that's red with the gold zipper that I think goes really, really well. This pattern also has this zipper like shield, which I think is really nice. I used just a black coat weight lining from my stash, bagged everything out. I think it looks really nice. I'm very pleased with the finish on this jacket. It all went together really, really well. Everything fit in really, really well. I'm very pleased with how this turned out. So it's in his closet right now, and hopefully we can get him to wear it a little bit, just because it's not stretchy and knit. I mean, it's got room in it. It has, I think, 10 inches of 9 inches of ease, 10 inches of ease at the chest, so it's not tight. It's a bomber jacket. But yeah, he's just used to having things very stretchy. So yeah, that is the jacket that I made for him, and I really love this one. I think it turned out really, really good. So fingers crossed, you know, it'll stay in his closet. I think he'll come around. You know, he's a 15-year-old boy. So when he's ready to make style a priority instead of being able to play a game of soccer or pick up a game of basketball at a moment's notice, when style becomes a little bit more of a priority than that factor, I think we'll be good. But yes, that is the second jacket I made for him. I made one each in a day. I made 2 jackets in 2 days. This is his favorite one. In fact, my husband was eyeing this one, and I think one's his own. But I tell you what, sewing, I mean, I would make one for him, but this fabric was a little bit of a beast to get through the sewing machine. And I don't know what I would do differently. I think you just kind of have to grit your teeth, and I mean, everything worked. It went through fine. I was just like tense the whole time. Okay. The final thing that I made, and I'm not gonna be able to put this up on the mannequin because it's pants, are the Wardrobe by Me chino pants. And I did the smallest size, which is a size 27. This is a fantastic pants pattern. I used a corduroy from Style Makers that does have stretch in it. I think 30% stretch. It's like a mid-wale cord in the navy. He picked out the navy, but this pattern is so lovely. It's so well drafted. It's got so many nice features. Yeah, so it's got, I mean, it's just your standard pair, you know, just a pair of, you know, pants. Oh, I'll show you the back. Okay, we'll talk about the fitting. Okay, so the 27, size 27 is his hip measurement. Like, it fit really well for his hip measurement. But the finished waist on it was 32 inches. And he's got, well, he has a 26-inch waist, but then it said to measure where you'd wear your pants. And like I said, he has a very long torso. So he wears his pants below his natural waist. And I think we measured that at 29. Or no, wait. I had 2.5 inches I needed to get rid of. So yeah, I think it was like 29 and a half, I guess. And so I had 2.5 inches that I needed to get rid of. So I just deepened the darts on the back, which actually worked out really well. I took an extra 5/8 on either side of each dart. There's a dart on each side of the back, and that took out the 2.5 inches and worked really, really well. So it still has all the room for his little soccer bum, and it fits into his waist. Now he still is gonna have to wear a belt with these. They are not tight enough where he could wear them without a belt, but so much better than anything I could buy in the store. So we did the welt pockets on here, which was difficult in this fabric only because it was so dark. Like, I was having a hard time seeing where my seam line was and like where I was top stitching. I need better lighting down here, but yes, this is gonna be hard for you to see too probably. But we've got 2 welt pockets in the back. Again, I love a good welt pocket. I'll turn them inside out though here in just a second so you can see the inside. It's got the slash pockets here with these pocket facings on both sides that got sewn onto the pocket. We just did a regular button and a metal teethed, well, is it metal or nylon? It's like a thicker nylon toothed belt or zipper, but it works really well. And then I used some of his old shirting actually from a shirt that I made for him a while back for the pockets. In fact, I'll probably be wearing the shirt with these pants. But here is the pocket situation. So we've got the welt pockets in the back, and then in the front, got the front pockets. So everything is just faced really nicely. The instructions are really good. Yeah, it's got belt loops, obviously, a nice waistband, and everything works really well. The only other than taking the waist and, oh, and then I did full 1-inch seam allowances on the waistband to get it to fit the top of the pant, and that worked really, really well. But the only other alteration I made was I shortened the leg after I made the regular length, which is a 32-inch inseam, and I did need to shorten I cut 1.5 inches off the bottom and then hemmed it up. I did 1.5 inches hem. Mostly because in my experience, corduroy shrinks when it's, because I dry them, especially his pants. They'll be washed and dried, and I know they shrink, so I wanted to leave myself some wiggle room there in case he grows a little bit. So, because for him, he grows up, not out. So I've got a good 1.5 inches to play with there at the hem to let that down without it getting too bulky. So there you have it. I am very impressed with these pants. In fact, they've got some shorts patterns that I think I might grab. I'll look out for after Christmas sales. I'm filming this before Christmas. Obviously, you're seeing this after. But I'm gonna look for some sales to see if they're having anything good, because I think I could probably get away with making him some real shorts and real pants. He doesn't have to wear athletic ones that have drawstrings and elastic in the waist. He can wear real stuff. But again, I'm very impressed. This was a really fun one to sew. I love to make pants and trousers, so it was really fun to sew for him, and he really enjoys them. So, I mean, for as much as he's going to enjoy a pair of non-athletic pants, but you know, he's 15. We're gonna go with it. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 things that I made for my son before Christmas from that plans video. Now, I had talked about a blazer that I'm going to be doing for my daughter. That just got pushed to the new year. So you're watching this in the new year. I'm filming it before Christmas. But yeah, my plan is once the new year's here to start slowing down a little bit with sewing, you know, getting some sew-alongs filmed for the channel, but also working on that blazer for her so that she can get to wearing that here soon. So I will definitely show you all that when the time comes. But yeah, that's what I've been working on for my boy. I hope you have enjoyed this video. As always, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I've got a lot of fun stuff coming now that we're into the new year. Sunday's video will be a sew-along. Again, I'm filming this way in advance, so I'm not sure if it's going to be a tutorial or the beginning of a sew-along yet. Stay tuned. Obviously, something will be up on Sunday. But yeah, Vlogmas is now over. All right, so that's all I have for today. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and a good weekend, and I will see you all next time. Bye.